Sunday, CeeDee and Lamb apparently lobbied in the huddle to get switched with Amari Cooper in the formation so he could make the play of the night. However, Cooper bluntly told his second-year teammate, quote, "Hell no," and proceeded to get the go-ahead score with less than a minute left. So, Shannon, I'm curious your thoughts. You've clearly been in a lot of huddles. Who is the Cowboys' number one receiver right now?
Amari. Amari is. CeeDee Lamb is a very good receiver. I think he'll have a very, very promising career. But right now, Amari is still it. And I think the thing is, Skip, he doesn't do anything. If you notice, he got the ball. He's like, here, ref, take the ball. Ran on out the field. No celebrations, no time, no waving, no nothing. He's just as plain as you get. And maybe that's the Alabama in him, because that's Julio. I mean, the thing is, they catch the ball, Skip, and they hand the ball away. They hand the ball over.
Yep.
But Amari is it. And they're very close, Skip. If you look at the season target, CeeDee has 57 targets for 39 catches. Amari has 56 targets for 38 catches. Thus far this year, Pro Football Focus has not credited a drop to Amari Cooper. And the biggest knock on Amari Cooper, they say, has been inconsistency. Well, this year he's been as consistent as they come. CeeDee Lamb had a 2-catch, 13-yard game against Carolina. And I think the thing is that in that situation, Skip, and CeeDee had a bad drop. And we saw a couple I think Thanksgiving.
He did.
Last year, he had another bad drop.
He has had a history back to college of when you least expect it, he drops one.
I'm not saying it's a big gap between the two of these guys, but Amari Cooper right now is the number one receiver. And if you want to say 1A and 1B, whatever. But right now, Amari is where it's at. Because when it comes to route running, CeeDee can't see it. He's still the guy. He's still the guy that they go into the game that you got to worry about. And I think the thing is that CeeDee was trying to steal that man route. He was trying to put Amari to the two receiver side so he could have the open side to himself. Because he know that's where the ball was going, because that's the open side of the field.
Yep.
I don't blame him, Skip, but it just goes to show you his thought process. I can make that play too. And the fact that he has enough confidence in himself. But Amari said, nah, bro. Hey, you just saw me. I done been Thorogunning. I done been tennis ball in my hamstring. Oh, I'm finna get this money. I'm finna make this money today. Because at the end of, what are we talking about, Skip? The throw and the catch. And Amari knew if CeeDee got that, CeeDee gonna be getting talked about with the throw and the catch. So, nah, bro. I'm gonna get this money.
Put Amari for me. The throw and the catch at New England. The calf catch, the calf pop catch, right?
And that's what we remember. And even because remember, Skip, Amari had a couple of big catches even on this drive. Amari had some big catches. I think he had 3 for 39, 3 for 39, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Skip, on this drive alone.
Okay. My view of this, as I predicted going into this year, CeeDee Lamb has emerged as the number one receiver. It's close, but he has emerged. Your favorite website, Pro Football Focus, ranks CeeDee among all receivers 9th. Amari is tied for 20th. And the one stat you got to and then you stopped on was total yards catches. Like you said, their catches are very close, 38, 39. But CeeDee has caught 609 yards worth of football to 495 for Amari. And that's in large part because yards after catch, CeeDee is 232 to Amari's 110. So Amari will catch it. It's usually kind of the end of that play. He'll catch it, and whatever it is, it is.
Remember, though, Skip, remember early in the season, he was dealing with that ankle. And so that had a lot to do with it. He's like, okay, let me just secure the thing. And I think a lot of times Amari is getting the number one receiver. And so CeeDee is free, but
the number one DB.
The number one DB, and he does. CeeDee does a lot of his work in the slot.
Okay, 20+ yard catches. CeeDee has 11 to Amari's 8. Okay, I hear you about route running. There's not a better route runner that I see in pro football than Amari is. What I love about this, why I don't, in the end, don't even care about this question is. It's 1A, 1B. And what I loved about what happened Sunday night at Minnesota was Amari did something that we've seen him do again and again and again on the road. He shut it down by taking himself out of the game. So let's see his 2 straight catches on the final drive, because the first one was a bad throw by Cooper Rush. This is a turnover-worthy throw that his receiver went and got for him. Number 19 just says, well, I'll just take it away from him and kick it up in the air, and then I'm going to go get it. And that was concentration and willpower, and that was pretty special. And then he came right back and hit him again for another big game.
Right.
And this is the one that Amari came up a little gimpy on. And this is when I saw that, I said, he's done for the night.
Right.
And it ticks me off, like, well, why does it always happen to me on the road with him? Because remember 2019, it was again and again. And then what happens? We come right back, and guess who's in the game? And when I looked up and saw 19 catching this ball, I said, it's a miracle. He came back. He rose from the dead to make this catch. Why did he rise from the dead?
Because he's standing on the sideline and he could hear Kellen Moore make the call.
That is correct. And he is running back into the game because he knows they're going to throw a fade route that he should be catching.
You're exactly right.
And the only reason he came back in was because CeeDee Lamb is a Dallas Cowboy and he is on the rise. And he's getting way more acclaim nationally than Amari is. Well, I can't lose on this. If they will compete with each other internally, what a beautiful thing that is. I wish I'd had CeeDee in 2019. Do you remember what happened at Jets? Amari caught his first ball of the game for 5 yards, and that was the last we saw of him. Do you remember what happened at New England? Amari didn't catch a ball because Stephon Gilmore, Defensive Player of the Year, just said, no, you can't play today. Remember? And he went over there and stood. He took himself out of the game and put his long coat on, stood over there on the sidelines and said, no mas to Stephon Gilmore. And do you remember what happened at Philly in the make or break game of the year? In the fourth quarter, Jason Garrett, still the head coach at that point, removed Amari from the game because he didn't like his half-hearted route running at that point and said, I'll go with Tavon Austin down the stretch of this game at Philadelphia. And unfortunately, Dak missed Tavon, who ran past the cornerback, and it could have been a big play. Maybe they had a chance to go for two and tie the game. Okay, so the point is, I couldn't trust Amari on the road in 2019, and now I trust him because of CeeDee Lamb. It's beautiful. We got one pushing the other. And listen, there's high respect for each other.
Of course. And I've been there, Skip. You know, you hear the call. Oh, that's me.
Ooh, gotta get back on the field.
Come on.
Okay, but you didn't have another tight end as good as you.
No.
Right?
But the thing is, Skip, you know, it's a running play. I'm good over here. Hey, I hear a pass.
Okay.
And Amari, because you look at Sam, Skip, he's on the sideline. He heard Kellen Moore calling such and such. Oh, that's me. Because you better believe CeeDee was going to go to the upper side of the field and catch this fade route.
Okay, remember Hard Knocks, what Dak said standing on the sidelines when he was shut down during training camp? And CeeDee ran under a go route. And he said it's like he walks under go routes because he runs so easily, effortlessly to get deep.
But you remember, also in Hard Knocks, Tavon Diggs started talking. Amari don't do that. And Dak started gassing up Amari. Amari said, okay, let me go shut this down.
And he did.
And he did.
Okay, because he's that good. And guess what? He gets paid to be that good because he makes $20 million.
See, the thing is, Skip, is that we look at Amari, and because his demeanor, he's not demonstrative. But you see when Trayvon started talking, and Dak started gassing him up, and he said, I don't even talk like that. That ain't even me. But, so he knows what's on the opposite side. Man, hey, they going to keep feeding him more balls if I don't get on my game. Because he know what it's like. You saw it in San Francisco when T.O. started coming on. And then what happened to Jerry Rice last game? They threw T.O. 20 balls.
Well, because it was Jerry Rice's day.
Exactly.
I was there. I was sitting in the press boxes. I was covering the Bears in Chicago. And Lord have mercy. So they said on Jerry Rice Day, we're going to triple Jerry Rice.
They're like, you're not.
So T.O.'s over there just singled the whole day. I'm not even sure they guarded him.
He caught 20 balls. So Amari knows when you get a first-round draft pick, Skip, there's something to be said about a guy that got drafted. Even though Amari Cooper he was there before CeeDee, he wasn't drafted to the Cowboys like the other guys that wore 88. So there's a special place in Cowboys lore and in the fans' heart for CeeDee Lamb because he's us. We drafted him.
And he's wearing 88.
And plus, so Amari knows he has to step up his game. So I'm not so sure, Skip, if they don't have CeeDee, I don't know if a situation like this, if he gonna throw a gun and roll that thing out and get back up in the ball game. Because it probably was bothering him the whole game, but because that guy on the other side.
Beautiful. And I like it. They don't seem friendly to each other because Amari's taken some little shots at him when the story broke, I think it was last Sunday, that CeeDee has been fined and fined. And Amari's like, Doesn't he care about money?
Yeah. Amari, but CeeDee, I'm like CeeDee. They got me. I can't believe the fine is still $5,000. They should have upped that. That's what they were charging
For
me.
what?
For soccer.
Uniform? Yeah.
Uniform. I got that a lot.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah. Me and Aaron Glenn. Skip, if I get tackled, you think I got time to look down? Oh, my sock down. Let me pull my sock. Skip, I'm just playing football. The guy tackled me.